Welcome to the AlphaCars Service Center. Today we're taking a look at this Nissan Pathfinder. This vehicle is from 2001, and you might be asking, well, why are we looking at this? What's so special about it? Especially with the G63 AMG just there. Well, this vehicle is very special as it's from California. It's been in California since it was new in 2001. And look at the underbody condition. This is an ultra rare sight, an ultra rare vehicle to find in New England where we are here in Massachusetts. And look at how rust-free this truck is. Yes, it's missing the transmission. We're gonna talk about that in 1 second. But look at this, look at the front subframe here. Even look at this subframe bolt right here. Look at that, we can count the threads. There's not a speckle of rust on it there. This truck has around 140,000 miles, which 140,000 miles is not too bad for this platform, especially with that 3.5 liter V6 engine. That was one of the exciting things about this generation of Pathfinder is that new 3.5, very powerful engine, also very reliable. And now let's talk about why the transmission is out of the truck. Well, you will see this truck on our website for sale, and we're doing our comprehensive inspection, and we found the rear main seal was leaking. That is something we assume that's why the truck was sold, is the previous owner probably had an excellent time with the truck, but with the age of the truck and they've had it a while, once this started leaking, I'm sure they didn't want to put thousands and thousands of dollars into it. They might have just wanted to upgrade or something. But that's where the truck is right now. And that's just our opinion of maybe once it started leaking, like I said, they didn't want to pay a big repair bill to have this done, which this rear main seal, it's not an if, it's a when. So this is awesome that we're doing it now before the vehicle gets put on our website for sale. We do have a very high standard for our vehicles. If we find this oil leak like this, we're not just gonna clean it and sell it while it's clean or something like that, or pass it on to the next person. We're gonna put the time and money into fixing it properly. We can see we've got the whole transmission out here with the transfer case on it. And like I said, the rear main seal here. On any vehicle, it's not an if, it's a when, as this rubber seal around the end of the crankshaft, which is this component I'm pointing at right here. This spins anytime the engine's running, and eventually the seal wears out and it starts to leak the oil. Sometimes it's a small leak, sometimes it's a big leak. This was actively dripping, so we're taking care of that now, preparing it for sale, and then the next owner will get an excellent value-added improvement on the truck, and they can just buy it and enjoy it. But let's talk about now just some of the components we had to remove. It's a big job, and just really get to know the truck under here. It's in really, really nice condition. I will show you, this is the flex plate here. So this bolts to the end of the crankshaft, and then the torque converter bolts to that, attaches to that, which the torque converter is this big circle thing here. That's kind of a rudimentary way to explain it, but the torque converter has the fluid in it, shares the fluid with the transmission, and the centrifugal force of the fluid. When the engine spins your torque converter, the centrifugal force of the fluid going around then starts spinning the torque converter, and then makes the vehicle move down the road, and it turns all the gears in the transmission via the input shaft. But we have the transmission here, and then because this vehicle is a four-wheel drive model, we've got the transfer case right there. And just taking a look at how clean everything is, even look at the exhaust, the stud right here, look at how clean that is, as well as the heat shields on the exhaust here. This sort of boot, this is the interior of the truck, so this is the shifter that went up into the interior. Well, I believe this is for the transfer case. And then looking down here, like look at all these little threads of bolts. Like the sheet metal is just, it's clean. It is amazing. We've got a pack of connectors here, which this harness on the transmission went to there. And some of the components removed, the intersection of the exhaust there, the drive shaft, which is also like rust-free, We've got some fresh oil on the cross member there from the leak, which that will get cleaned. But even look at the cross member, look at the bolts. They are clean. It is, if you had the vehicle used in the winter in New England since 2001, most of this you'd probably have to drill out or cut off or just replace with new hardware and new sections, or it probably would have been replaced already. This is all original stuff, and it is just really a nice sight to see. I'm not sure, these shocks may have been replaced at one point, as the shocks are a simple item that will wear out, but they do have the patina of being on here for a little while. I'm not an expert if these are the original shocks or not. I do just want to point that out. This differential will get cleaned from servicing it. That's why it's a little oily, just from changing the oil on it there, But even look at the spare tire, the little chain for it and the mechanism to raise and lower. Look at this, there's no rust on this. And even look at the corners of the unibody here. It is just amazing. Look at the tow bar. No, this has not been refinished or painted or anything. It is just rust-free. That is how good this Nissan is. Rear muffler, rust-free. There's a little drain hole here. Usually these rot out from the drain hole, and it is rust-free. Looking in this unibody corner here, behind the bumper cover, it is amazing. This truck, the springs, a lot of common things that will get rusted so bad, you know, they break over time. Don't have to worry about that on this truck as it's rust-free. The backing plates here for the rear brakes all look excellent. And yeah, that's really all I have for you in this video. Just doing a little underbody inspection on the Pathfinder and showing you some of the work you know, that we put into our vehicles that we prepare for sale for our inventory. So keep a lookout on the website for this one. Actually, this video might get linked in the vehicle listing once it is for sale. So maybe you're watching it because it's already for sale. But either way, this is a great opportunity to get a great generation of Pathfinder with the nice 3.5 V6 that will last a really long time, and the vehicle has not already succumbed to rust. You're way ahead of the game with the rust, and this vehicle will be perfect for a rust preventative treatment, so then it'll never have to worry about the rust. But this has been Ian, just giving you this quick little exciting video inspection on the Pathfinder from the AlphaCars Service Center. If you enjoyed this little video, give it a like and please subscribe so then you won't miss the future motoring content.